I'm Ray Brock. I've been involved in the auto business for something like 7 decades in one way or another. I was in the automotive repair business for 40 years. I was in the automotive machine shop business for about 15 years, maybe 20, and involved in racing in one form or another for all my life. I got enthused with going fast when I was very young and never got over it. And so, and it's still there. So I built a racing engine when I was in high school, and I got to do some machine work on that engine, and so it got me enthused, inspired to become an automotive machinist. Well, back in the beginning when I started, in 1950 for instance, there were no schools. And of course cars were a lot simpler in those days, and you could actually get a job somewhere in a service station or in a shop and learn as you go. Today, if you don't go get some schooling, number one, you're not going to do very well learning. You're going to be really long learning curve. And secondly, you're not going to get a job. Nobody's going to hire you if you don't have either experience or education. And you can't get the experience without the education these days. Much different than it was in my day.
Guys like Ray Brock are special because for some reason there wasn't as much interest or focus in the automotive area. It seems like it's been a bit of a dying area, even though it's needed more than ever. And I think Ray recognizes that and offers students a stepping stone.
I was part of the Garage Owners Association, and we were involved at that time in pushing scholarships and whatnot. I discovered that Southwestern didn't have an automotive scholarship program. And so at that point in my life, I was in a position to help put together and fund a scholarship program for Southwestern College.
So if I was to guess, I would bet that Ray has touched 500 or more students over his period of offering these scholarships, which means that he's touched 500 lives that have been somehow influenced into the automotive field to continue onward.
The education costs money, and not everybody can afford that. And this business, in this day and age, you have to have some of that education or it's just not going to happen. And so the scholarship program will help to provide funds, and in some cases tools, maybe uniforms, books, whatever's needed to enable some of these folks to get the education they need, which they might otherwise not be able to do. And Southwestern's a big part of that.
So Ray Brock deserves recognition with the Jaguar Pathways because of his determination, his concern, his gratitude to give back to the community.
And so that's been my goal here recently, is to inspire young people to get into this business. And if they're going to be into this business, I'd like to inspire them to become the best. The goal is always become the best. And of course, education helps. And that was always my goal all through the years. And if I can inspire students to have something, a feeling of that type of thing, that's where I think I'd like to leave them inspired.